What's up, Basic Bakers? Welcome back to our YouTube channel. I know we are looking a little bit different right now, but you are in the right place.
And it may not even be YouTube that you're listening to us at this point.
I know you could be
It
over.
could just be anywhere.
We
We're getting
are.
so advanced.
We're floating all over the webs.
Yeah, but we are the Cookie Chat, your two basic bakers letting loose and keeping it real, talking all things baking, cookie world, small business. I'm Melissa with Missy P Sweets.
I'm Chelsea with Rolling in the Dough AZ.
And what's going on over there, Chels?
Yeah, just suffering through this cold.
I know, I'm
I
so
went so
sorry.
well. I haven't been sick since 2019, like with the cold, like really like taking you down cold.
Yeah.
And I don't know what it was with this
How
crazy
are
season.
you? How are you when you have a cold? Because I feel like Mike has telltale signs when he's sick. There are like key things. Are there key things that happen with you when you're sick?
Um,
Like
I
like
always get the cough. Like
uh-huh.
I am extremely susceptible to head colds.
Uh-huh.
But in the past 2, 3 years, I haven't, and I'm like, oh my gosh, I want to roll. But if I
Yeah.
get the head cold, it turns into like a lingering cough, which my mom is like, you are the type of person that I could shoot because you're just like, get rid of the cough. So
And do you need to curl up and just sleep, or are you like, no, I still need to do things, and you'll do things and then your body will be like, and you have to sit now. And then you'll do some more things and then you have to sit.
yeah, mine usually hits really hard at night.
Oh.
And so I can like get up and get things going. But then I'm like, oh gosh, when I go down, I go down.
Yeah.
So like I did a workout the other day and I was like, I think I like progressed it along. My body was like, yeah, no, we're
Yeah.
not doing that. So
Mhm.
yeah, no, I mean, life's got to function. I'm breathing through
Yeah.
it. And I was like cleaning out my closet. So
Do you get hungry or do you get not hungry?
nope,
I know,
just,
I don't get hungry either when I am sick. Mike, it's like I think I've said this before on here actually. It's like, okay, I gotta go to the store and get like loaves of bread. He just wants toast with butter. Like he just gets ravenous when he's sick. And he doesn't eat a whole ton when he's not sick. Like I'm the eater of the two of us, and he's just his little skinny Swedish self. And but when he is sick, man, it's just bring on the carbs. He just
oh my
needs it all.
gosh, that's
It's so
funny.
funny.
So
I
what's
know.
going on in your camp?
Not much. We're excited for 2023 over here. Yeah, I'm kind of like planning out the year. I'm already starting to think about like summer camps and like what our summer looks like because the summer camps start releasing here in February, March. They start
Mhm.
like launching them and you got to be on top of them.
Yeah.
Um like super on top of them. And we get out, I want to say we get out before Memorial Day or like right around there. Um, yeah, how does that work with homeschool? Do you have to go to a certain day?
No, you can kind of do whatever you want. My kids are starting a new program here
Yeah.
for the new year. So it is a little bit more structured. They do have like a start date and an end date. So
So
that
do
is
they
kind of
have
nice.
any like online classes that they have to like
Yes.
be present for? Oh,
Yep.
that's nice.
Yes, we adjusted to that. So they have, and then they have clubs that they can now do and join
Oh.
in. It's like one of mine's super excited to join in on like pet club. So you talk about all things pets and learn how to be the best pet owner and all of that. So
That
um,
is so cute.
yeah, and they start spring sports here soon.
So
So
what are they gonna do?
volleyball,
Okay.
and because one of my daughters out of the world tall,
Yeah.
they love to measure themselves against me now. I'm
Aw.
like, this is not fun any longer. So when we take family photos, we've always had the same like pose. I'm like, we can't do this pose anymore because
Yeah.
they're gonna tower over. Give them like a year and a half, they'll be taller than me.
That's crazy.
Um, so one's gonna do volleyball. I think they're both gonna do a tennis camp. Um,
Yay!
yeah, my
Oh, the
in-laws.
tennis will be great with the volleyball player because
Yeah,
it's very similar. We've been thinking about putting our oldest in volleyball because of that reason. She does tennis now.
yeah. I played volleyball in elementary school, and so that was fun, and I loved it. So I'm sure she'll love diving around everywhere. And then my son is going to continue on with golf. So he might try baseball, but he loves golf.
And you guys live in like a golf community, right?
We
It's kind
do,
of
yeah.
everywhere.
Oh yeah, we
So,
can walk to 3 different golf courses, like, from our
yeah.
house. So,
Yeah.
yeah,
That's
he's
so
been loving it.
cool.
They went the other day, and
Yeah.
he was yeah, and our neighbor has, constructed his whole backyard into a putting green. So, the kids get to go next door and work on that. But, yeah, they are getting excited for, spring launch and school, so we're excited for 23. We're kinda living every week like it's, in preparation for presale is kind of like my motto. So I want my house to be extremely organized and everything to be done.
I love that. That's one of my initiatives too. Right now, not when this is airing, but right now I'm like getting just some Patreon stuff going and my masterclass launched. And once I get that off the plate, then it's like organizing everything. And I have this whole list of like, I just want some zhuzhing done in the house, just like, some new like trinkets for different
Yeah,
areas and just some finishing touches. You got to do that every now and then. But it's just, those things when they're like ticking through in your head and it's like, I just need to do it so it can get out of my head and out of the way of the space that it's taking.
yeah, it's how I feel with organizing. That's always my treat as I get to like,
Mhm.
which is funny because my mom, I'm one of 4 siblings, and my mom was like, "It is so weird that you raise 4 children in the same house with the same rules, and then you have such extremes." And she's like, "You are like, I enjoy organizing." And I told any of my siblings, I'm like, I got them their Christmas gifts, but 2 of them specifically, I was like, I will donate my time and organize for you whatever you want. Like, because
Yeah.
they are so just like, I hate organizing. I don't see it. I'm like,
Yeah.
oh, give me your room and tell me what you want, and I will do all of it for you.
Yes.
So,
I
and
do
that's,
love organizing too. I do too. It's just the things that like the Container Store overwhelms me. I know it's like your happy place. It
yes.
overwhelms me because I think somebody just hasn't shown me exactly like how to utilize it.
Hmm.
Cuz I'll like buy all the things. I do this with clothes shopping too. I buy a bunch of stuff and then or like even with decorating. I'm like you got to buy all the things and then try it all out and then you return things.
Oh,
That's how
gosh.
that's how I do it. And Mike is like, "No, no, 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 no." It stresses him out to do it that way. But I'm like,
I can't do
I
that.
need all the options and then weed out.
Oh, no, I hate returns. Nope. I
See, I don't
will
mind it.
sit
I'd
and
rather do that than have the wrong thing and have to go back and exchange it.
oh, I will measure and Google everything online and call the store ahead and be like, "Do you have this item number?" and give it to them. And so I'm not wasting my time going there. And so I have like a list of like, this location has this location has that. So I just pre-order everything so I know I get exactly what I want.
Yeah.
And then, yeah, go pick everything up and work it that direction.
So we're both doing Whole 30 right now. And
Hmm.
I have a group of friends here that I'm doing Whole 30 with. And Chelsea sent me a picture of her fridge. We'll have to post this picture on Instagram when we're sharing this episode. Immaculate, immaculate, full fridge that looks like it was done by the Container Store. And I share it with my Whole 30 girl. I don't think I told you this.
No.
I shared it with my Whole 30 girls and my best friend Katie is like, I always wondered if there are people out there who actually rinse their veggies and put them in those bins. There are those people. It's Chelsea. It's Chelsea.
Yes.
One of the girls was like, "It's beautiful, but I still see nothing I would want to eat." She, and then she was like, "I think I see some cinnamon rolls at the back or something."
I know it's so hard. I'm doing Whole 30, but my family doesn't. So like the other day I cooked chicken Alfredo and then make like a
Uh-huh.
homemade Alfredo sauce. And so I'm like doing chicken Alfredo and garlic knots and this and that. I'm like, and here's my chicken salad. So
Ah.
yeah.
Okay, so Mike, we got to hold him to this. He's saying that he wants to try and get into cooking, which I actually think he would love it.
Hmm.
Um, but he's like, "Well, after Whole 30." I'm like, "If there is ever a time for you to get into cooking, can you do it during Whole 30 because the
Right?
amount of cooking involved. But
The
honestly,
prep.
it's so much easier these days. There's so many options.
Mhm.
And I just always over make at dinner and just eat leftovers the next day for lunch. And breakfasts are easy. It's like chicken, sausage, and eggs. It's
I
pretty
know
easy.
I've had a little bit harder of a time this go around because of my food allergies.
Yeah.
So I can't have eggs because I'm allergic to them, which was
Yeah.
always a staple in the morning. Or like when I'm hungry, I would just grab a hard boiled egg.
Hmm.
So I'm filtering in like 1 or 2 days every 2 weeks where I'll have eggs
Yeah.
because I have to switch it up. But like
Yeah.
you can't have oats, you can't have so everything based in breakfast is like
Mm,
salmon or eggs.
yeah.
So yeah.
Costco has a chicken sausage that's really good and easy. And it's like microwavable.
Yeah, I get the ones from Trader Joe's,
Yeah.
the apple turkey sausage.
Oh,
So I
yeah,
did
yeah, yeah.
yeah, I did
Mhm.
that this week with, sweet potatoes and Brussels sprouts for
Mhm.
breakfast. So, that was nice, but yeah, no, cooking is
Brussels sprouts for breakfast, that's interesting. Okay, it makes me think of when we did a Disney cruise at Thanksgiving,
mhm,
and so they have a full buffet, and, it's like worldly buffet, so they have, like, everything. They have the smoked salmon, they've got everything. Mike's Choice, every morning, white rice and mushrooms for breakfast. And I was like, A, why do they have this? Where in the world is this the breakfast option? And B, gross. Like, why? How is that what your body is craving? Isn't that weird?
that's an interesting breakfast. I mean, if you just like eggs or sausage mixed with it, okay, but, like, just white rice and
Just,
mushroom?
yes.
Hmm,
I know. I think it's from his time going to Asia.
Mike,
Um,
it's Disney. You could have
yeah.
Mickey pancakes.
I know. Oh, they had churro Mickey pancakes one
Mm,
morning. And it was only one morning they didn't have it other mornings, but we like started with the Mickey waffles and then somebody comes by and they're like, "Hold out, there's churro ones later."
what is your go-to breakfast food, like, when you're out at a restaurant or on vacation?
Ooh, I love honestly like the all American breakfast, like the
Mhm,
bacon, oh, biscuits, like a good biscuit, like fluffy biscuit, yes. Like all the carbs and all the bacon. That's what I like. I'm not huge on like a lot of eggs stuff. Like the
mhm.
omelet's not my first thing. Go to eggs Benedict isn't. I don't like a runny yolk. Um yeah, that's like my go-to. What about you?
I will judge places off their eggs Benedict. Oh,
Ooh, okay.
I love those. Yeah, I do love a runny yolk. That is my
Yeah,
100% my
I think
egg.
it's that's not my jam. I like it. And like even soft scrambled eggs, I don't like that. I need them well done. I like a well
Yeah,
done
no, I
egg.
love a good it depends on the sauce. Like some people just make it perfection.
Yeah.
Um so I always try because I always have some type of eggs Benedict. Again, being allergic to eggs now kind of sucks.
Yeah.
So I'll hold off on that. If I'm on vacation, I'm like, ooh, I'm saving my charcoal pills for
Mhm.
an eggs Benedict. But they'll do like a salmon one or
Mhm.
the Canadian bacon.
There's a I watch Below Deck
Mhm.
on Bravo, and one of
I
the
did a
ladies she
cookie set
does.
last year for that.
You did a what?
A cookie set for that.
Oh yeah, I could see that. She does a crab cake Benedict
Yes.
on one of them. I was like,
Yeah, I'm
ooh, I
allergic to
love
crab,
crab
so I
cake,
can't have
girl.
those. I know, I'm telling you. It's a fun combo of what I'm allergic to and what I have to like hold back.
Good journey.
I know.
Well,
Speaking of good food, the holiday of
yeah.
Valentine's Day is coming up.
Valentine's Day. How is Valentine's Day as a seller for you? Is it in your top 5?
It is. Yeah.
Mhm.
It's top 3 for me is Valentine's Day.
Yeah. What are your top 3? We went over this last in
Christmas,
2022.
Halloween, and Valentine's.
Okay, yeah. And mine are sorry, you guys, if you hear little voices in the background, it's my daughters are still home.
Mine are still sleeping.
Oh, I just got major attitude that you guys missed because I was on mute. So this'll be fun. Um, anyway, so yeah, I think mine are Christmas. I think Valentine's and Easter a lot of time are kind of tied for me.
Mhm.
And then teacher appreciation is huge for me. That's a big one.
Yeah.
So Yep. Yeah, so Valentine's is coming up. Okay, so let's start off. Flavor profiles. What do you usually offer?
Sugar and chocolate.
Yeah, same. Same Z's. I don't know if I'm gonna do drop cookies this year for Valentine's. I don't know if that's okay. Well, let's talk about this. Who do you feel like people are generally gifting to for Valentine's?
Kids and husbands.
Okay. Teachers for you much?
Yeah, but not. I think the high
Yeah.
majority is
You're not
husband.
doing like dozens, like a dozen set.
Yeah, I do because a lot of people will buy the dozen set for their kids' teachers since they're
Uh-huh.
individually heat
Oh, and then
sealed
break it up.
and then break it up. Yeah, because
That's
I'll
good
just
to know.
traditionally stick with 3 designs, 4 cookies each,
Okay.
4 designs, 3 cookies each,
Okay.
and so then they can split up amongst who they need. That
Okay.
was really big at Christmas. People did that because they
Yeah,
bought like
that's
coffee
smart.
cups and stuffed them with cookies, and so they just bought the dozen options.
Yeah, that's smart. That's smart. I would say minis are huge for Valentine's. I think more than any other holiday, the cookie cards are really popular. If schools are allowed to, like do stuff like that, and it doesn't have to be like, you know, non food item. I think that those ones are really popular for people to do for schools.
Yeah, individual cookies are huge.
Mhm,
So if you theme it like a unicorn or
mhm.
Baby Yoda, or so you're not having to do huge sets, but just like a cute tag and a cookie.
Yeah, all the puns.
Yes, yes. I love a good adult cookie. Valentine's Day is one of my favorites. And those are traditionally like my best sellers for girlfriends or husbands.
Yeah.
So a little naughty saying on your cookie. Um, yeah, so I gotta find some good ones this year.
Yes, I have some picked out. I'm
You
actually
show them to me.
sharing. I know, I'll show them to you. I have, some Galentine's ones last year. I loved mine last year. I'm like, honestly, I would repeat my entire Valentine's pre-sale from last year. Maybe I'll do that not this year, but next year after it's been a little bit and just, like,
Yeah.
change up some colors or something like that. But yeah, those were a hit for me last year. And I just kept them super simple and
Mhm.
just did like plaques with a little bit of like quick watercolor background and then just wrote like funny sayings on them. And those were a hit.
I try and not write it. I try and keep the writing on the card. So it's just
Yes,
less
I'm
of a
doing
your
more of
time.
that this year.
Yeah.
You learn all the time as you go.
Yep.
Hmm.
There's
So
some you
you
just
learn.
can't go without, but then
I
others I'm
know.
like,
Yeah. Yeah. One of my favorites last year was I Love You More Than Bucky's. Do you know
"Oh, yeah, you're good."
Bucky's?
Yeah, you guys
Yeah.
have that gas station, right?
Yes. Yeah. 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 That
Yeah.
was one of my big sellers. Do you
Um,
do many two packs?
no, mini 2
No.
packs don't. No, it's either like the individual mini or the mini sleeve.
Mhm.
Um, I'll do the large cookie usually for the, like, puns and stuff.
Uh-huh.
So, like, I've done, like, the boobs out of the heart. It's
Oh,
like, I love you with
yes.
all my boobs. I would say, "But my boobs are bigger."
Yeah.
Or my heart, but my boobs are big, things like that.
Yeah. Yeah.
So, but other than that, I'll just stick with regular size or mini sleeves.
Yeah, but I meant like two-pack cookies, like regular size two. Okay, so you're saying no on that.
Nope,
Yeah. How many years of Valentine's have you done at this point? This will be your what?
6th.
6th. Okay. So, as far as packaging,
Mhm.
bring out any of those unused red bows from
Dude,
Christmas.
I'm telling you guys, red is like the safe color in bows to buy and food coloring because Christmas,
Mhm.
Valentine's Day,
Mhm.
teacher, Cinco
Mhm.
de Mayo,
Mhm.
nurses uses red right into 4th of July. And
Mhm.
then you only have 2 holidays that you really don't use, or 3, counting Easter, but
Yeah.
so I'm always like, if I have to pick a color bow or like a plaid bow, I'll always choose red.
Yeah. Yeah.
Just you can always find something.
What are your favorite red coloring options?
I like bright red. By oh my gosh, who's
That's
Americolor?
AmeriColor. Mhm.
Yeah, I like. I think it's a bright neon red.
Okay.
I don't know. Let me look. I ordered it. Go ahead.
I do red rose sugar art,
Mhm.
with a tiny bit of I think it's super red
So
from
the
AmeriColor.
I have so much red because of what I just said. Um, During Christmas, I was like, it's electric red. That's what I like.
Electric red.
Yes. I believe that's it. Yeah, electric red. So it was the first season I used it, and I was like, oh, I don't know if I like it or not. But it was just that like bright enough to where it wasn't like a deep saturation, but it made it
Yeah.
fun mixed or like next to lime green or teal or anything. Like it just
Uh-huh.
brought it all out. And I was like, red is red. No one's really gonna know the difference between like super red, bright red, all of that. And then I was doing my Christmas and I ran out of the electric. And Tom was like, you got like 6 bottles of red here. And I was like,
Yeah.
oh, it doesn't look the same. And so I
It's
like
not the same.
for my second pre-sale, then I had to rush deliver electric red. I'm like, no, I need this. So that's my favorite. It's funny how we get like locked into a red.
Oh, totally. Totally into all of that. So as far as color scheme, do you usually keep it pretty straightforward for Valentine's?
Yeah, bright always sells fun. To me, like I said, my audience is more kid oriented.
Mhm.
So the brighter you keep it, the more fun colors you keep it for them.
Yeah.
Parents are like, oh, it's an easy sale.
For me, I think it kind of goes to like your customer base is your customer base and it builds the way that it builds for a reason. So for me, I like my
I
pastels. Like
know.
still brightish, but like I'll definitely have red in it, but I'm feeling more of like the watercolory sort of
Mhm.
like vibes. Um but still kind of like rainbowy and I'll add glitter and stuff like that for kids stuff.
Yeah.
I'm definitely doing DIY kits.
Mhm. I always do those.
Mhm. Mhm.
I meant to tell you, I know we had talked about it in our Patreon only episodes. So if you're not with us on Patreon, we have moved over this year to one episode specifically just for our Patreons and then also a tutorial. So if you're missing
Mhm.
out, hop over there and see what we have. Um, for the decorating kits, right now with it coming into season, because it kind of works if you do it now or if you do it at the end of the year. I
Mhm.
did decorating kit club. So they
Ooh,
pre-ordered
that's right.
all of the decorating kits. So you got one for Valentine's, one for Easter, one for like whatever it might be, teacher appreciation or something. Cinco de
Yes.
Mayo. That's typically what I do for Cinco de Mayo is the decorating kit if I'm going to do something
Yes.
because it just makes it easy to do the tacos
Do
and
they pay up front?
yep, they pay up front. And so because it's typically it ends up being 4 or 5 holidays because I'll do
Uh-huh.
February, March, April. I'll just do, or I'm sorry, March will end up being like a St. Patrick's Day theme,
Uh-huh.
Easter, and then something for May, and then kick off summer. So they'll have a summer
Yes.
kit.
Yeah.
So it's 5, and then I ended up doing like your fifth one ends up being free or something. So you pay for the 4, or it's like half price for the fifth one.
Yes.
And then that way they don't have to be on pre sales. Um,
Oh, that is so smart.
and then with the decorating kit club is each month they got like a little thank you cookie that was in a different flavor. So whatever flavor was coming out, they
Very
could test
smart.
that.
Very smart. I love that idea. Did you do
Yeah,
that this year?
I didn't. I did not. It was thankfully it was a great seller, but it
Yeah.
was so much to manage
I bet. Yeah.
with the fall because I did it then. And
Mhm.
so it was September, they got something, October was Halloween, November was
Mhm.
Thanksgiving. Like it just ended up being, I did it the first weekend of each month.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh gosh, this is so hard to manage.
Yeah.
So if I wasn't doing customs, that would be something that would be,
For sure. For sure. I know, I feel like that's something that entire businesses can be run off of. I mean, I feel like Cookie Lady's daughter, like, she does that structure, right? Where
yeah,
it's a lot.
brunches. Yep.
Yes, yeah. It's like DIY kits, classes,
Hmm.
and corporate orders are basically like her bread and butter, which is a
Yeah,
great way to do
I know.
it.
So yeah, no, decorating kits I think are great for Valentine's Day. They're
Yes,
so
for
fun.
sure. For
When
sure.
are you launching? Like, what would your game plan for that be?
So I always work backwards from okay, Valentine's Day is on a Tuesday, the 14th. So I like to have my pickups generally like the weekend before the thing. So I will have my pickups probably like that Friday and Saturday, the 10th and 11th. And so hold on, let me bring up my calendar. I just did it all. Okay, so I'll have my pickups that 10th and 11th, which means I'll be making cookies that whole week. Um, so I will most likely launch my stuff the 24th or 25th of January. And I tend to keep my sales just the way that my customer base works and how I've trained them. I keep mine open longer. I know Chelsea does more of like a rapid open and close. So I open mine earlier and I kind of like people like to lackadaisically get it in, but it's fine. And then I'll close, like I'll leave it open for about a week ish. And then I'll close it and then I'll do like a last call sort of thing. So I'll close it probably around the first or second. And then that
Perfect.
gives me time to start doing all that. What about you?
28th, I'm set to launch
Uh-huh.
mine. So they'll close that weekend. And then I was really contemplating this year pickup. I have to pull them because Super Bowl is in Arizona this year.
Yes.
So I will have a Super Bowl dozen option, like just
Yes.
generic football cookies.
Yes.
um, I'm just thinking through this, you guys, because where my cookie pickup is within like a 5 mile radius of the stadium. So the traffic during a Super Bowl weekend, and then they have all the events leading up to Super Bowl. So I was like, I don't want to do Friday because people are coming into town. Plus, getting off of work, traffic is already crazy. But then I was like,
Mhm.
Saturday night, there's all the like pre kickoff stuff. So I was like, dang it, I have to do it like Saturday morning, which I never have done a morning pickup like this. So
Yeah.
I think I'm going to end up having to do like a 9 to 11 morning pickup on Saturday before Super Bowl. So people have Super Bowl cookies
Yeah.
and have Valentine's Day. So
Yeah.
if Super Bowl wasn't here, I wouldn't be as stressed. It's the
Right.
traffic because everywhere in Arizona, if you've never been here, which is great about our state, is everything's in a grid.
Mm.
So all of our streets run this way, like the numbers and all of the names
Sure.
are this way.
Yeah.
So, and then we have freeway that loops around the entire state. So that freeway just gets like manhandled during Super Bowl.
I can imagine. Have you guys hosted before?
Yes.
How long
Yeah.
ago was it? Do you remember?
It's been years because I was working. I was still a teenager. So I
Okay.
worked the areas of Super Bowl and it was in freaking sane getting home. And again, it's just because my parents' house is right in the heart of it all. So it'll be fun. So,
Yay. It'll be
yeah.
so much fun. Well, on that topic though, that's a good point. It's a great point. And we had talked about this offline actually, is Super Bowl's right there. Cause I had mentioned teacher appreciation falls in line with Cinco de Mayo for me. So I might like rope that into it. So Super Bowl, be keeping that in mind for Valentine's. I think I'm planning to probably, unless like something crazy like the Cowboys are in it, which isn't crazy. We're playing well this year or this season. So if the Cowboys are in it, I would probably be offering like a Cowboys option. But sorry, slight pause for a child. But the oh yeah, a DIY kits.
Yeah. Those would be great, especially with having kids and
It
stuff at Super Bowl.
exactly, keep the kids busy. I mean, we hosted a football party last year or Super Bowl football Super Bowl party last year, and yeah, the kids were running wild, but yeah, I think I just had leftover cookies and leftover icing that I, like, threw out on the table for them. I was like, "Yeah, have at it."
Oh my
Um,
gosh.
but yeah, definitely, like, paint your own or, DIY kits would be great to add in for Valentine's.
Yeah.
Yes,
It's odd that it's falling on the same weekend.
I know.
I'm always like, okay, so these couples that are like, go out Arizona, there's no staycation available for
Yeah.
Valentine's Day weekend. So I'm like, everyone's going to be either celebrating my birthday weekend or
Yeah.
the weekend prior. So, but isn't Pro Bowl? I think Pro Bowl is the weekend prior, or
I
is
have
it 2
no
weeks?
idea. Zero idea. I
But yeah.
just got into following football this season, so I'm a newbie.
Yeah, it doesn't always fall Valentine's weekend. It's usually like the first weekend of
Yeah,
February. So,
yeah.
um,
Okay, I feel like around Valentine's Day is always when the chance of Texas having snow or ice or something like that
ah,
kind of happens, and so I think it was the
yeah.
last time we hosted Super Bowl. It was at the brand new Dallas Cowboys stadium, and it was like an ice storm, and it was horrible. The city was not prepared for it. It
Is this
was
when Texas shut down?
yeah, no, that was last year.
Okay.
Um, no, this was but I remember it like I think ice was like sliding off the roof of the stadium and it
Oh
was
my
like I mean,
gosh.
it was super dangerous. It was horrible.
That's
Yeah,
tormenting.
Jerry Jones was not happy.
Gosh, I can imagine.
Yeah. Mhm.
But is there anything else you're planning ahead for Valentine's Day?
I don't think so. I'm also offering sugar and chocolate.
Mhm.
Um No, I don't think I mean, trend-wise, I think we've covered kind of like who people are shopping for, that the puns always are a great option. Minis are always a great option. The, conversation hearts are always like a
Ooh, I have
seller.
those. I'm so excited for this.
Yes. I have an idea in my head for you know me, I'm like, "How could I do it differently?" I have an idea in my head. We'll see if it works out. But also, yeah, I think like the smiley faces are still hanging around. The kind of like groovy sort of stuff is still kind of there. The
I
kind
feel
of
like it's shifting from groovy to retro.
exactly. Yes,
So it's like
100%.
the
More of
smiley
like the
faces.
rainbowy stuff
Yeah, or
and
the lightning bolts with the smiley faces
mhm.
like that. I've already had 3 custom orders for that.
Yes. Yeah,
So it's like the bright
totally.
hot pink smiley face, but like the black,
Mhm.
lightning bolt with it,
Yeah.
and the
Yeah.
checkered. So,
Yeah. We're moving into the 2000s fashion stuff
gosh,
from the
repeat.
90s. Mhm. Yeah.
Here we go again.
Yay. I do remember being in middle school, my mom being like, "I used to wear what's in fashion. I just should have kept all of my clothes." Like, I remember the whole thing when the bell bottoms were coming back and everything. Yeah.
Yes.
So here we are. I am my mother now.
My grandpa always says that. He used to own a wallpapering company,
Oh, yeah.
and he sold it, and he was like, "Oh my gosh, now wallpaper is obviously, like, the biggest trend in the peel and stick and this and that."
Totally.
And so it's funny when you see, like, the seagrass patterns, he's like, "That used to be so big." He's like, "This is" so he could already, like, tell you, like, what the next wallpaper trend was gonna be. I
Oh,
was like,
yeah.
"It always just repeats."
Mhm. It
We'll see it
does.
again.
It
But,
does.
well, let us
It's hard to
know.
have new ideas in this day and age.
Sometimes it is, but
Mhm.
let us know what you guys are planning to do for Valentine's Day and when you guys are launching all your fun stuff. We can't wait to see. Some people are already on their game and posting it, so
I know, man. I
it's
know.
not going to be me.
Yeah, you're really liking doing your samples later, I feel like.
I do. It just works. Again,
Yeah.
there's no like, do I really like that? Is it okay? Like,
Yeah.
just
It's go
go with
time.
it.
I'm
Yeah.
on the totally opposite end of the spectrum where I'm like creating classes for this stuff. So I have to be like holidays ahead, which I'm
Yeah.
not on this particular holiday, but I plan to be on future ones.
The funny thing is, I already have ideas for Easter, which usually I don't.
Yes.
So I'm like, ooh,
You know what? I feel like Valentine's actually really gets me excited for Easter because we're starting to get, it's my
yeah,
happy
your
place
pastel.
of like the pastels and the pretty things. And yeah, so it gets me really excited for Easter. I love all that stuff. And I think did I skip Easter last year?
You did.
I know
Yeah,
because we had is it because we had moved or something? I don't remember why.
you moved the year before, but there's something you skipped
Yeah, I skipped
Easter for.
Easter and there was a reason. I think we had a trip or something. Oh, spring break or something like
Yeah,
that. Yeah.
that's
Yep.
crazy.
Yep.
Yeah, it's
So
always a welcome break with the color
yeah.
scheme.
Yeah.
I'm like, ooh, nice. And then I'm like, okay, I'm
Mhm.
ready for gray again.
Yeah, I know.
So, but well, thank you guys for being here with us. And until next time, I am Chelsea with Rolling in the Dough AZ.
I'm Melissa with Missy P Sweets. May your cakes never be dry.
And your icing be shiny and crater free. Have a good one.
Bye.